Hey, happy Sunday, you guys out there, you ladies and gentlemen out there. It's Sunday. It's November the I think it's November the 10th. Yeah, yeah, November the 10th. Yeah, because reason why I said November 10th because the PS5 Pro was dropped on November 7th. So it's been 1, 2, 3. It's been 3 days. I said 2 days on a previous video I just uploaded, but I wanted to talk about the classics. Oh, how I love the classics. Now, y'all know I like to watch movies and play video games. And it's hard when I have to try to, between working out and all the stuff I normally tell you. But I just wanted to share with you guys some of my favorite classic movies that I grew up with. And they're not going to be in any order. So, the first one is uh, Village of the Damned. I got this on Blu-ray, and I also got the latest one, which came out, had Christopher Reeves in it, but this one is black and white. And I don't know what year this came out in. I think it was 1959. I have to look. I'm trying to look when it came out. When did this come out? That's the only thing when you try to look at these when they come out. Glasses falling off. When was this released? You know what? I'm not gonna look for the date. It came out a long time ago. But usually you're able to find when it was produced and stuff like that, but I can't find it on here. Uh Usually it has it on here, but yep, 1960. This came out in 1960. I was 1 years old. 1 years old. I love my classics. And I know a lot of y'all probably out there don't like these classics. And I'm just going to share them with you because I love collecting movies. I love a lot of different things. And I do love my classics. So I know y'all know what this one is. 2000 Leagues Under the Sea. Yeah, I remember getting this a long time ago. My kids was little when I was able to get this. And I remember I went to this place called FYE, I think it was called. It used to be a record store and CD stores. They sell like paraphernalia and all that kind of stuff. And there's these young people in there. I used to go in there. That's before the mall was kind of dying down. And you wasn't able to, you could order stuff online, but usually you had to go to them to get the order. And they ordered this for me. But man, I love this movie ever since I've been a little boy. And it's just it's so weird because I got 2 discs. Yeah, disc 2 is a DVD, and yeah, it's got 2 different discs in here. I don't know why, but it's got disc 1 in here. You see it, disc 1, and then it's got disc 2. I have no idea. It's been a while since I played this. But I used to watch this movie a lot, and it's still one of my favorites. I tell you, you watch these movies, man, and it just brings back memories, man. I don't know when this came out, but this came out in 1954. 1954. I wasn't born yet. Another one of my favorites is I got this as a box set. Y'all probably never heard of this. Double Indemnity. This has got Fred MacMurray and Barbara Stanwyck and Edward G. Robinson. Yeah, I know I probably won't hardly get no views off this one because a lot of y'all don't get into old classics. But I was born at the right time where I grew up watching these with a lot of people that's passed away. My mom, my aunts, and some of the people that no longer with us. And when you're a kid growing up, you see a lot of this stuff, and just like kids today. But as you see, it's got, I take good care of my stuff. This one's got this one, this two. I don't know what that's all about because they're both DVDs. That's before Blu-rays. Came into play. But as you see, it's a nice little thing. It feels like an actual book. See? And yeah, man, Double Indemnity. It was a really good movie. It really was. Uh, feels like a little book. And it's nice, man. Really good, solid movie. So seven Academy Awards nominations. 1944 include, this came out in 1944, y'all. 1944 includes Best Picture and Best Actress, which was Barbara Stanwyck here. And y'all probably don't know who that is. And I totally understand. Another one of my favorite movies is Cecil B.D. Mills' The Greatest Show on Earth. Greatest Show on Earth. God, this was a good movie. God, man, this movie's got, it's a Paramount collection, and it's got Betty Hutton, Charleston Heston, and James Stewart, baby. Love James Stewart. But good movie, man. Good movie. It's about a circus that goes from town to town, and they're under budget, and they got to make sure they have meet their quota, and they was trying to make cutbacks, and they end up trying to get this guy, and he ended up joining the circus, and he was make more people come and stuff, and it's just a story about traveling circus, because this actually was for real back in the day. Back in the day, for all this technology and all the modern stuff, you used to have circuses that would roll into town. That would be, you had your fair, and then you have some of these, they every year they chart off these places where they bring these circus acts in, and they used to do that. Yep, the greatest show on earth. Yep. I know a lot of y'all was like, man, what is these movies he's showing me? And then Jimmy Stewart, baby, an Alfred Hitchcock masterpiece, and Doris Day, The Man Who Knew Too Much. The Man Who Knew Too Much. This movie came out in 1934. Yeah, 1934. And it's in color. If I'm mistaken. Yep. Hitchcock's own 1934 film. Yep. Excellent. Excellent movie. I do believe I got this on 4K now. The Man Who Knew Too Much. But I got this on 4K, but I just didn't bring it out. So I double dip. But I just, Alfred Hitchcock, man, he was the man back in the day, man. He was man. But yeah, 1934. Now these are some old classics, man. And of course, I remember this as a little boy. I was a 5-year-old kid when I first watched this movie, man. Earth versus the Flying Saucers. Man, I was so fascinated by this movie, man. I remember I still could see myself with my little legs crossed and watching that movie. And something happened where the TV went off, and I was a little upset because I couldn't get it to come back on, and it always stayed with me. And then I got older, man. I think I was in my late 20s, and I kept thinking about movies. And that's something, guys. You got a passion for something. Don't be ashamed to collect it. Don't be ashamed like everybody's in all this new stuff and all that kind of stuff. This was technology in its infancy, and it was just like you could, if you look at it carefully, you can see the strings on the flying saucers and stuff. It's kind of funny now when you look back, but now they got this in color. So not only this is in color, but I did have one that was in black and white. But yeah, I don't understand, man. It shows you how long I've been buying movies. This also has this one. It has this one and this too. Now I can't really go into why that is. It's been so long since I bought it. I don't know if it's one is black and white and one is colored. That could be it, but I don't know. Earth versus, this is Ray Harryhausen presents The First Time in Color. Ray Harryhausen, he was big back in the day too. Now, when this come out, I have no idea because I probably won't be able to find the when this came out. Bear with me. I don't know when this came out. Still can't find it. Oh, I know it's old. And I can't find the date. I know it came out a long time ago. Nope, I can't find it. That's crazy, man. I really like to tell you guys when these came out, but it's in here somewhere, but I can't find it. So some of this fine print is just so fine that you can't. They don't have it on there. It has it on there, but I just want to get through this video. So, wow, that's crazy. I can't find it. Huh. Oh, yeah, I see it now. Man, they got this print seriously fine. I wonder why they put the print. It's old. It's real old. So, Earth versus the Flying Saucers. Ah, another one of my favorite ones is The Bad Seed. This was a good movie. I think this movie was shot on stage, if I'm mistaken. Shot on stage, and I think it was shot outside once in a while, but I think most of the time this was on stage. This is a performance that is just top notch, especially for them to act on a stage like they did. And it wasn't a stage show; it just seems like they had it on a stage, and they filmed it so well that you just couldn't. But I think there was some outside shots, but The Bad Seed is the big shocker. Uh, it says a hidden shame out in the open, and the most terrifying rock bottom a woman could ever hit for love. And it is talk all you want about man and women, but please don't tell me about the girl. It's got Nancy Kelly in it, Patty McCormick. Patty McCormick is a little girl that played in it. She was, oh God, this is such a good movie. This movie stuck with me when I was a little boy. I remember watching it. I can always remember watching, because you was born in '59, so you're playing outside. You had no stuff that you have today. You have no internet. You don't have no computer. And I remember watching this, and my mom watched it. And I was watching with her, and I remember sitting down on the floor, and I had my legs crossed. And I remember at the end how that little girl died, and she was a little brat. But yeah, The Bad Seed. Always been wanting to, and like I said, you guys, I'm not worried about views on here no more. I want to make sure I put this out here. My channel says I talk about movies and video games and certain subjects. So I'm all over the place. I'll talk about video games for like 2 weeks, and all of a sudden I'll start throwing up stuff about movies. This is a flippin' fantastic movie. Let's see if we can find out when this came out. I don't know why they just cannot put when it came out in bigger print. The Bad Seed came out in 1956. 1956. I wasn't even born. Excellent classic. These are all the classics. And who don't like It's a Wonderful Life? I don't even know. I don't even have to. This don't need no introduction. There's a flippin'. They said that this was not originally a Christmas movie. And this movie bombed at the box office. It became, over years, everybody's favorite movie. It did not do good at all. It did not do good at all. Go look at the back story of A Wonderful Life. It didn't do good at all. Some of the actors was blaming each other because the movie didn't do that good, and then this movie became everybody's favorite Christmas movie. And they said this is originally not a Christmas movie. It's just that it was snowing, and it was at the end where he realized that our lives do mean something, and when we take that from there, we disrupt the time. That's why I say you should never go back to. Yeah, I guess you should never go back to like 10, 20 years from now and try to change something that was happening because it might alter what's going on today. It could affect something. So what he did, he wished himself dead. And then when he seen that he wasn't around, he seen how it affected us. It's such a good movie. Oh my God, it's such a good movie. And I'm surprised they don't have this on 4K. I'm surprised this has not been on 4K. But I'm a big James Stewart fan because I just grew up, liking James Stewart. It's got Donna Reed in it and Frank Capra. Frank Capra. He was another one of those big producers, but it never did good back then. But it became it became an all-time classic for a lot of people. It's such a great movie. It is such a great movie. I mean, It's a Wonderful Life. Who could not like A Wonderful Life? Great movie, super great movie. I'm surprised nobody's really, oh my Lord, this is called Rent Claire's and Then There Were None. Now, they made movies like this now a lot now, but you see all the killing now. You see all the killing and the cutting of the throats and the stabbing and all that kind of thing, throwing down the steps and all this. This one had you trying to figure out who was doing all these killings. And these people were all invited to this island, and they all had a past. All of them did. And all of them ended up dying one by one, I think. And then there were none. I forget how this movie went, but it's got Barry Fitzgerald, Walter Hudson, Lewis Hayward. Now this is super, super old. Highly suspenseful Agatha Christie yarn. Leonard Maltin. It has all these people on here. Great movie. But like I said, I know y'all will not even watch this. I know y'all will not give this a chance. You just won't. But man, this is how movies was made back in the day. This stuff they got out today, man, is just, some of this stuff is garbage, man. But this movie came out in wow. This movie came out in 1945, you guys. 1945. This movie came out in 1945. Look at that. Yep. See what's neat about this box art is they give you can actually read. And sometimes you do take time in and read. You'd be like, wow, that's interesting. And you read it and you say Agatha Christie's world famous novel, because this was a novel. 10 Little Indians is brought to the screen with all its baffling suspense and star-studded cast. Now remember this, these people you've never heard of, and they were all called star-studded cast because you never heard of them, because it's back in 1945. See what I mean? I never even heard of them because I was born in 59. But yeah, I grew up with a lot of these movies, and these movies were so good. Oh man. I was like 8 or 9 years old when I watched this movie, and it still holds up today. Mysterious Island. Jules Verne, baby! Mysterious Island, man. The world beyond imagination. Adventure beyond Bellets or something like that. But anyway, these people was in a balloon, and they end up getting, the storm struck their balloon, and they landed on this mysterious island. And they got these large creatures that's trying to survive, and they're trying to figure out how to get off the island and stuff. This is an excellent movie. Got the big giant crab that's attacked them. They got the big bird. They killed that bird, tried to kill him. They was trying to figure out how to eat because they was trying to survive. And then this bird come out and tried to kill him. And then when this bird accidentally, he fell into this this lava pit or some kind of islands got these hot bubble things. He fell in that and he died. So they end up showing the next scene they was eating that bird because they were hungry. It's good. And it's got this big bee that attacked them in here. This is, you guys, oh my God. I'm so glad that I grew up at the time I did, it's just, yeah. These are all the movies I grew up with. Yeah. Now I don't know when this movie came out. Well, we'll check and see. Yeah, I just find it so. How come they can't never just put that thing out where right where you can see it? Some have them, some don't. Anyway, I can't find it. Oh well. But it it came out sometime, but they don't have it in here. But you know what? I'm wasting time, so it's old. That's all I gotta say. But this was in color, so this one was in color. So, uh, but like I said, it's got the little book inside and all that, little pamphlet and all that kind of stuff, man. It's just, man, I man, that's what I love about collecting physicals, baby. Oh, this is a really good movie. I watched this movie because my mom was watching it, and I am a big James Stewart fan. It's called The FBI Story. The FBI Story. James Stewart and Vera Miles, baby. Uh, good movie. Good movie, you guys. Just a all out good movie. It's about how the FBI came in, how they end up being the way they were and how they came into power and how they took, started really getting into their job and how they got to where they are. It's just the beginning stages of it, and it shows some of the cases they had to, you know, what this had? This had this came out in 1959. This came out in 1959. I was born in 1959. So that means I watched this movie probably when I was like maybe 10 or 11. Yep. Excellent movie. It's an excellent movie. If you watch this movie carefully, this movie right here, it's based on some actual stuff that's in the files of FBI stories. Yep. If you watch it. Last but not least, yeah, The Day the Earth Stood Still. Michelle Renee, Patricia Neal, and Hugh Marlowe. Hugh Marlowe he was a big actor back in the day. God, man, well, it's just this one has it right in front, 1951. I don't have to look for it. I don't even have to put on my glasses. You know what I mean? This puts a smile on my face because yeah. Sometimes I don't watch these movies because if I sit down and I get comfortable and I start watching these movies, it just takes me back to when my mom was alive and when my aunt and Uncle Harold was alive, Uncle Zeke was alive, Uncle Bus was alive. So many people that had a lot to do with my upbringings. They're no longer with us. And when I watch these movies, I don't get like sad, like depressed sad, but it just makes me think, oh, they're not even here no more. And they had such an impact. You'd be surprised, you guys, how much people had an impact. There's somebody in your family that had an impact on your life. Each person that is responsible as you're coming up and you're coming uppins, you're coming uppins, as you're coming up, and you'll talk about certain people in your family or certain aunt, certain uncle, or an uncle had a wife that said something to you, or a wife had one of your aunts had it just you know, and God is good, man. God is good. Trust me. It just, I'm just glad that I was able to experience all this stuff. That's why I don't want to be that channel that talks about the stuff that's out there today, because y'all know there's a lot of stuff out there I don't really care for. But anyway, the classics. I love the classics. I love my black and whites. Be blessed.